Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics Edition number 24. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released August 7th, 2013, beginning alphabetically with All New X-Men number 15. Love is in the air. Cyclops' heart and future start to fade before his eyes. Next, we've got Avengers number 17, All Quiet. The Avengers recruit more members to deal with the soon arriving threat to Earth. The Builders enter the Marvel Universe. The finale of the Prelude to Infinity, Part 4. Next, we've got Avengers A.I. number 2, the return of the sentient Iron Man armor. Demetrius, a powerful superintelligence with an axe to grind against humanity, strikes. What secret does the powerful Alexis hold for the Marvel Universe? Is it your bank account balance, your email password, your secret journal entries? There's nothing about your life that artificial intelligence cannot use against you. Beware. Next, we've got Cable and X-Force number 12. Domino and Colossus team up for the heist of the century, but will their mounting feelings for one another keep them from pulling off their mission? We've also got Daredevil Dark Knights number 3 of 8. Lee Weeks concludes his chapter in this special series of extraordinary creators celebrating the man without fear. Everything may stand in his way, but nothing will stop Daredevil from rescuing a young life. Will Matt Murdock survive the senses-shattering finale to Angels Unaware? Next, we've got Dark Tower, the Gunslinger, So Fell Lord Perth, number 1, one-shot. Marvel concludes its epic Dark Tower saga with this all-new one-shot. How does the Gunslinger's quest echo the legendary battle between a young Arthur Eld and towering Lord Perth? Find out here. A must-read for Dark Tower completists. We've also got Deadpool Kills Deadpool, number 2 of 4. Hope you're not a Deadpool fan. He dies in this issue. Oh, but I hope you are a Deadpool fan because, there's a lot of Deadpool in this issue. Lots. Time to thin the Deadpool herd. Next, we've got Emerald City of Oz number 2. Dorothy and the Wizard take Aunt Em and Uncle Henry on a grand tour of the Land of Oz. They find knowledge pills that make studying unnecessary. They meet living dolls cut with scissors from paper that's alive. Meanwhile, the incredibly strong and highly disagreeable Growlywogs join the Gnome Army to conquer Oz. We've also got Hunger number 2 of 4. The fallout from Age of Ultron rips open a dangerous rift in the universe. Prepare for a hunger so strong that no universe is safe. Is this the beginning of the end? We've also got Iron Man number 14. More mind-blowing revelations as the secret origin of Tony Stark continues. Free at last, all Iron Man has to do is fight a robot who can take over his armor at any time and avoid one of the universe's greatest bounty hunters, Death's Head. An impossible choice at the edge of space will decide the fate of two worlds. Who lives, who dies? And can Tony Stark somehow find a way to avoid his destiny? Next, we've got Kick-Ass 3 number 2. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown, and that goes double for the cowl. Kick-Ass is now leading the reformed superhero team Justice Forever, just in time to face some terrifying new foes. But there's dissension in the JF ranks. Will he be able to fend off a coup with Hit Girl still in prison? Next, we've got Marvel Universe, The Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes number 17. The Ant-Man armor has been stolen. Left with no choice, Hank Pym must hire the Heroes for Hire to get it back, based on Season 2 of the hit Disney XD TV show. We've also got Superior Carnage number 2 of 5. Carnage is captured, but can the Wizard and Claw subdue him long enough to create their Superior Carnage? Kevin Shinnick of Avenging Spider-Man and Steven Segovia of Extreme X-Men perform unspeakable acts to create their own monster issue. Next, we've got Superior Foes of Spider-Man number 2. With superior villains come superior problems as the year's sleeper hit continues. Out on bail and aiming to stay out of jail, Boomerang must get his cronies on target, but does the Punisher have them targeted already? Nick Spencer and Steve Lieber continue this most evil exploration into the Marvel U. We've also got Superior Spider-Man number 15. Run, Goblin, Run, Part 1 of 2. What's it like to be a villain in the Marvel Universe once the Superior Spider-Man sets his sights on you? Find out from Phil Urich's point of view in what might be the final days of the Hobgoblin. Plus, what is the secret of the Tinkerer's apprentice? Who's been helping the terrible Tinkerer? And how is he, of all people, the reason everything in Spider-Man's life will be changed forever? And we've got X-Factor number 260 by Peter David. The end of X-Factor Part 4 of 6. Peter David's epic tale, decades in the telling, draws near its close. Sibling rivalry between Polaris and Quicksilver. Out in trades this week, we've got Daredevil by Mark Waid, Volume 5 hardcover, Premier Edition. The Eisner and Harvey Award winner for Book of the Year continues as Daredevil teams up with the all-new Superior Spider-Man. Yes, America, we heard your calls. Stiltman is back, and the leggy villain is better than ever thanks to some last-minute help from Dr. Octopus. Plus, a new mystery surfaces that threatens to take Matt Murdock to the edge like never before, and in the wake of fateful news about a close friend, will Matt be forced to abandon his Daredevil identity? Collects Daredevil number 22 to 27. Next, we've got Iron Man Volume 2, The Secret Origin of Tony Stark, Book 1, hardcover premiere edition. Picture this, Tony Stark, in space, in a bar, with ladies. What could go wrong? Tune in now as the Armored Avenger reaps the surprising consequences of his role in AVX. Plus, the story that will shake Iron Man to his very core starts here. Many years ago, Howard and Maria Stark had a baby. But there's something you don't know. Learn the truth about Las Vegas and Area 51 as two great myths of Nevada collide. Meanwhile, in a distant galaxy, Tony Stark screams. Collects Iron Man number 6 through 11. We've also got Savage Wolverine Volume 1, Kill Island hardcover premiere edition. Wolverine awakes to find himself transported to the Savage Land and labeled Public Enemy number 1. With no memory of how he got there and Shauna the She-Devil his only ally, Logan must unravel the mystery that slumbers at the heart of the Savage Land before it finds a way to kill him first. In search of answers, Wolverine and Shauna venture into the depths of the Forbidden Island, but what will get them first, the island's inhabitants or their tempers? Meanwhile, another hero crash lands on the island, but is he friend or foe? Now, under the detailed pen of Frank Cho, Wolverine is all brawls, babes, and brachiosaurs, and you'll never see the end or the future of the Marvel Universe coming. Collect Savage Wolverine number 1 through 5. We've also got Thor by Walter Simonson, Volume 1 trade paperback. Few people have ever left their mark on one character quite the way Walter Simonson has. His work on the mighty Thor swept the Norse god of thunder to heights never before seen and rarely achieved in his wake. Spanning epic tales of heroism and treachery, love and war, Simonson's work is often considered the definitive Thor. From the majesty and mystery of fabled Asgard to the gritty streets of New York City, Thor is never the same. This is the mark of a true visionary. The first volume begins the collection of Simonson's epic run, completely remastered from the original artwork and newly colored by Steve Oliff, collecting Thor number 337 to 345. We've also got Ultimate Spider-Man Ultimate Collection Volume 4 trade paperback. Sam Bullitt is running for mayor of New York City on an anti-Spider-Man campaign, and J. Jonah Jameson is backing him 100%. But who's pulling Bullitt's strings? None other than the kingpin of crime. Then Spider-Man meets the sexy and elusive burglar called Black Cat, who claws herself into the young web-slinger's life and purrs her way into Peter Parker's. But when the cat gets her paws on a stolen tablet the Kingpin desperately wants, the crime lord hires the deadly Elektra to retrieve it. Plus, a new villain explodes on the scene, literally. But how can Spider-Man fight the mysterious Geldof if he can't even find a costume? And will Peter and Mary Jane finally just say what they feel? Guest starring the Ultimate X-Men. Collects Ultimate Spider-Man number 40 to 45 and 47 to 53. Next, we've got Venom Toxin with Vengeance trade paperback. Moving day. Flash Thompson bids farewell to New York City and heads to his new home, Philadelphia. But even as he says goodbye to Peter Parker, Betty Brant, and all his friends, is something toxic on the horizon? Venom goes to war as Toxin rears his head in Philly, but have these two symbiote psychos created something far more evil? As the symbiote slayers arrive on the scene, Flash Thompson battles side by side with Eddie Brock, the original Venom, for the city of Philadelphia. With life at stake, a conspiracy is revealed, and it's two lunatics with alien parasites to the rescue. Collects Venom number 31 to 35. And we've got Winter Soldier Volume 4, the Electric Ghost trade paperback. New mission, new creative team, new status quo. Join writer Jason Latour of Loose Ends and Wolverine and artist Nick Klein of Dancer, Viking, and Doc Savage as they take the reins to the critically acclaimed series. In the wake of the hunt for the Black Widow, a broken and beaten Winter Soldier begins perhaps his most personal mission yet, a quest for redemption. But as Bucky looks to make peace with his deadly past, a new villain from his future is out for war and blood. Collects Winter Soldier number 15 through 19. Okay, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.